Greetings people of YouTube, and welcome to the first in the series of Leviathan Warships multiplayer videos. This is going to be a combination of matches that I replay and comment on, and that I also just play live and do live commenting as I often do with XCOM videos. Today, for this first video, I'm going to start with two replays. One of them is going to be against a random person that I found through matchmaking, whatever system the Leviathan Warships has, and another one is a match which was quite a funny one against Chizopath, also known as Eduardo, with whom I often play on the channel. Okay, so we're gonna start with the non-Eduardo match, which is gonna be one right here. By the way, because of the way the game is designed, you can probably see the numbers here. I hope the quality of the video is high enough. So for example, if you were to go to the Leviathan 1 server, because these are the server specific IDs, and you were to enter 11722, you would find the same thing I'm going to show you now. And you know, you could rewatch it again, but you know, there's this video. So I'm just saying this is how it works. If you play a match and then save the replay, you can share it with anyone just by giving them the ID and at this point the server name. Otherwise it's not gonna work. Hopefully in the future they're gonna fix it and the server is not gonna matter and it will work on any server, but as it is now it just works on a specific server. Anyhow, let's go to this match by simply clicking on it. Oh, this is the wrong one. Okay, this is the one I wanted to show you. So this is a heavy artillery based squads, or based fleets, I guess in this case. I'm just used to naming everything squads like in XCOM. You can see me up here, and this is my enemy over here, down there in the left corner. Now what I have here is basically my fleet revolves around this ship here. I'm sorry, I haven't really named any of them. One of them is called You Go First, and the reason for that, this one, is that it has least amount of armaments, so I want it to be like the scout of the team. But anyway, so this ship, and it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artillery, or the rocket artillery installations, I guess, and it can fire a huge barrage of missiles all around itself. So if I were to select one, for example, you can see that's the radius that it can fire. There's two, basically, at least at this point in the game, there's two types of artillery. Now this one, and I can see them now, obviously, when I'm doing the replay. I didn't know what they had as I began the game. I think this is the railgun, and that is the other kind of artillery, which is kind of the standard, like, cannon type artillery. And that goes, and that has a circle or whatever, a segment that looks like that. And you can see that basically they can target me from turn 1 with that kind of thing. But that artillery is highly inaccurate in its aim, and that's why I prefer this one. Though the enemy also had the same type here. You can see here, here, and here, and then also here, more rockets there, and about 3, 4. So 5 installations, while I had 9, and they have 5 across 2 ships. Now, obviously, like I said, I didn't know what they were planning or doing as the game began. Unlike me, they also had a radar right here on one of the ships, which is something I should have brought as well. I think we just missed it by a second, but they're pinging. Yeah, they're pinging me, so they know exactly how many ships I have. Even though they cannot see me, that's how you use the radar, obviously. But they did some blind firing before because the information from the ping only comes for the next turn. So right now they don't know what I'm doing, but like I did the same thing, they counted on me moving forward. Most people would just, you know, rush to this. They move their ships forward, and they fired in the direction where I'll be potentially moving my ships to. Same here for me as well. You can see that my projectiles are falling into the sea and not hitting anything, and they missed me with the giant artillery shot just by a little. I got hit there quite heavily, to be honest, and I also grounded myself, unfortunately, over here, because these these ships have very what do you call them? They're long. oh man, I don't know the word. Their bottom goes down quite a long bit. Whatever it's keel, I think is it. They have a long keel, a deep keel maybe. I'm not sure. I'm could be just making this up. So if you sail them across the shallow waters, they will get grounded, they will get damage, and they will stay immobile, like you see here, for a certain amount of time. Now I see already that they are just fucking loaded on artillery, so I keep pounding them, hoping that they are actually moving forward, which is not something that they're doing. And they're basically doing the same thing. We're just exchanging these blank shots of artillery. Some of their stuff is hitting me, unlike mine. Hopefully, well, thankfully that thing didn't hit anything. On the bottom here, you probably noticed that they have a small buzzer. Well, buzzer is small, but buzzer coming this way, and this buzzer is only armed with a cloak and mines. I didn't know about the existence of this buzzer until the very end of the game. Obviously, I cannot see him now here, but what the opponent is doing, they're trying to mine this area here just in case I'm trying to flank them, which is a very smart move, considering what kind of weaponry they have. So they want me to be moving this way, basically, so that they can fire their front heavy stuff at me. You can see now that they're charging the railguns. So it's 1 and 2. So they have two railguns. What is that? That's a regular cannon. Oh, and they have also this thing, which is the monster munchers. I'll show what the monster muncher is. I think it's not going to be shown in this video, but in the next one it is in action, and you can see what it does. So yeah, they basically, ideally for them, I need to be coming from here. I need to lose half of my fleet due to their artillery, or to their artillery rather, and any flanking opportunities should be punished if I try to flank from there. Now let's go further. Yeah, again they're hitting, and but thankfully their railguns miss just by a little. You saw it probably there. It's gonna be firing now, I think. That's the artillery, and they should be coming. There we go. There's 2 railguns. I think they were a bit they misjudged my speed by a little bit, and there's a very fortunate occurrence again for me here. So I'm not gonna stop commenting on artillery is firing, because this is gonna be happening throughout the game. But here you can see that I'm about to hit. There we go. My 2 ships basically collided, and which slowed this one down, and that pretty much was instrumental for my efforts in this game, in this match, as you see, because slowing this down, let's see, saved it from the railgun again, because they're charging the railguns again, but I also started hitting them. There we go. See, if the 2 of them, this guy would be dead if he hadn't collided with the artillery ship. So by this time, my 2 guys, my front guys, the Eagle First and the generic interceptor, moved in far enough to the front to see them and start firing at them with their cannons. Now, by this time, this guy is already down to like 1/3 of his health. This one lost a 1/3 of his health. He probably has about 2/3 of his health. The enemies took some damage. I don't think we disabled any. Oh yeah, we disabled one of the cannons, which is good. And this guy's pretty much operational. But now my artillery can actually hit him. And they still cannot see this guy, so they know where, like, more or less where the artillery is coming from, but they have no vision on me, which is again to my advantage. So they're hitting them with their regular cannons, and plus they rerouted their artillery to be firing here as well. Again, you can see by the end of this turn they basically killed 2 of my ships, but I have done a lot of damage to the Overlord here as well. So let's continue. And they were the first to sink a ship, and this was this one here, but their overall is really close. By this point I am dividing my artillery to be firing at the Dreadnought and the Overlord. Then when I noticed that the Overlord was almost sinking, I just started firing everything at the Dreadnought, because Dreadnought has a huge amount of health. The buzzer here at this point has already laid all the mines they wanted to lay, and they're moving up towards this point, or this passage, I guess. Or this strait. Would that be a strait? I have no idea about nautical terms. Probably to get vision on this guy and be able to direct their artillery. But though, because of the angle, I think now, even if they were to fire the big guns... Okay, where is the big guns? Let's find it. They will... Yeah, no, I'm still in the field of fire. Anyway, let's continue here. So, shields are helping a little bit, not too much, because they have quite heavy stuff in there. The monster munchers are disabled. I guess that also kind of saved me, that I disabled a couple of their stuff. And Overlord is about to die from that barrage there, and Overlord is dead. Because the Dreadnought started moving ahead, I kind of misjudged its speed. It can actually move quite fast. And so many of my rockets are unfortunately missing there. This guy's cloaked now and coming up to me, so obviously even after I was paying any attention to this side, I would not notice them. Okay, so what I did also is intentionally I made the You Go First guy collide with the Dreadnought, so I could slow him down or maybe even stop him, so that I would get the opportunity to land maximum amount of the rockets on him. And the buzzer is continuing his way up. Dreadnought still has a lot of health, and did he miss that? Wait, let's just watch that again. Was that a miss? With the railgun. There we go, come on, come on. Yeah, he missed the railgun. So his railguns didn't really work so well for them this game. So they are very powerful. And if they had landed even half of what they fired with the railguns, I would probably be dead by that point. You can see my ship isn't doing so well. I think it's dead now, yeah. He sunk this one. And so I have two ships left, and he has 2 ships left, except that his ship is a fucking ginormous Dreadnought there. Alright, so we're gonna continue that. Now his guy sees me. I have no clue that he's there, even though he's out of the cloak now. But what is working out for me there, with the bridge damaged, is that I landed a lot of my stuff on him. And because he's so long, that is kind of his disadvantage at this point. Even though he comes up close to my guy, even if he like touches and noses with him, he will still be in range because of how long he is. So I can continue hitting him with my cannons that are installed on this ship here. This one lost vision, but because we have this guy, and plus it's an artillery, so it doesn't really matter. I can just fire at, you can fire any gun at any point on the map. But yeah, this is not really, it's not really spoiling anything for me that this guy lost vision, and it's plus temporarily. 13 seconds later, you will get the vision back. But it was damaged mostly by his artillery. This guy has, like I said, no offensive power beyond mines, which half of them they were laid here, or maybe even more than half of them. I don't remember how many mines he can actually lay. So let's continue here. So artillery is exchanged, artillery fire is exchanged. I am backing off with the guy so I can keep firing at the Dreadnought. Dreadnought is down to 500, now 360 points. And this is pretty much it for the Dreadnought. Those heavy things landed, but the Dreadnought is destroyed by my superior artillery barrage, because I still have 9 of them there and he only had 4. But this is basically when I noticed that this guy was here. I was like, I noticed him and I realized I had no chance, because all my weapons go beyond where I can fire with this guy. And thankfully I had him left still. So I started moving this guy out of the strait here and then moving him in so I can catch the buzzer. And for a moment there I wasn't even sure that I could win this still. It was like, because when I sank the Dreadnought, I was like, yeah! And then I saw this guy, I was like, oh shit. Because my first thought was, I didn't notice the mine, that he had probably cloak and a beam weapon. But that was not the case. So I'm just going to let this one roll. I think there's isn't much to pause for. So he keeps mining, basically, trying to catch me out with the mine. He even threw one mine. There was somewhere there, when I was replaying it for myself, I saw he struck the ship with the mine, but it doesn't work that way. If you throw a mine in someone's face, it's not going to blow up. You have to actually plant it in the water, and then the mine explodes, and that's how it works. So then he was during my planning phase there, he was invisible, so I didn't know which way he was going. So just in case, I basically put artillery fire down on this area here, thinking that he would probably want to get away. As also I'm moving him forward. If you damage the ship who is cloaked, then they become they uncloak, basically. Or if they strike something, basically if they take any damage, they uncloak. Or decloak, I guess. but he became visible, so I hit him with the cannons here, and this is pretty much it. For the buzzer and for the game, I think he should receive some fire in the face now. There we go. He slowed down for some reason as well there. I have no idea what happened there. I think he knew that it was it. He felt the defeat was inevitable. So this is match number 1 that I want to show you. This is, I think, it. This is where the game ended. Now the second one is against Ed, which was... let me just load it up and I'll tell you what it was. Okay, we're playing this on Passage, which is the map I think you've seen before, maybe once in the Let's Look at video. Anyway, so my team over here, we played small fleet, 3,000 point match. We just wanted it to be quick. It wasn't that quick in the end, but you'll see. So I took 3 scouts, armored them completely. 2 of them, these are basically the same ship. I just made one, cloned it into another one. So they both have cloak engines and beam weapons. So my idea, and the third one was without anything. It just has the monster. What is it called again? Monster munchers. Because the idea was very simple. I was gonna cloak, get close, and fire from the close range. Because as I mentioned before, the beam weapons fire basically around the ship anywhere, while as cannons here, for example, they have wow, that's a large cannon. Let's there we go. See, so if I'm in this area, he cannot hit me, but my beam weapons can. So sneak up to a guy and start beaming him down, basically, which was the plan here. I didn't expect that he would bring a dreadnought, which has 3,200 points, and he brought also a buzzer again. Like I said for the previous game, this one has a shield as well. I didn't. You don't know what the enemy has unless you see them. You can only see how many points they've spent. So let's start this one. I moved this guy around because I want to bring him over to this side, kind of try some flanking. I figured that I would just, having this giant ship, he would, yeah, like he's doing now, he would scout with this one and then move the ship up and start firing. Pretty much as soon as this guy gets vision, I am in the field of line of fire and range for his giant Pegasus gun, and he started firing it, which was, I didn't really expect someone to bring Pegasus, really, for some reason. I don't know why I should have expected, and that's why I didn't cloak. And I think I received damage there quite heavily. Well, you know, more or less, decent amount of damage. So I cloaked them immediately. He cannot target. He can still shoot the water and try and hope to hit me. He also he hit his buzzer there because he stopped it while the dreadnought was still moving. I think it was a bit too eager to find me. So what I achieved this way is I moved in close enough to the dreadnought so that I can start safely bringing him down with my beam weapons, while as soon as I'm here, he cannot hit me with his cannons. Though the cannons that are kind of to the side, no, they can't even hit me either. So that was the idea anyway. While this guy is coming around to do some monster munching. So I don't know when you see that. As soon as they strike, I decloak and I start buzzing the shit out of him, then I decloak this one. No, he also, yeah, they also collided, and so that's more buzzing. Unfortunately, he got away through this little opening here, because buzzer is basically like a tiny boat. It's like a speedboat. It's not even a ship, so you can ride on any water. Just because the water is shallow, it doesn't really make any difference for it. So by this point, probably Ed can see this guy here, who is sneaking up on him from behind. He's doing some damage to me also by just, you know, riding across and colliding with my boat there. So let's let this run. That was the whole idea of cloak. I mean, now, okay, I think he can. Oh, he didn't land on me. Anyway, he's moving backwards now. He understood what I'm doing. He started moving back so that he can get me back in range and start shooting at me. But what I did was, let me just rewind this. I immediately deployed the Monster Muncher. And what a Monster Muncher is, it kind of calls up the sea serpents from the ocean floor or whatever in this world. In the world of Leviathan warships, they exist. It's a thing. So he called them up with this device. and they attack whoever is there. So you can, you know, that's why you have to be careful, because if you're around, they will attack you as well. They don't do the huge amount of damage. They do quite a bit of damage. You'll see it now. So just gonna deploy the mine. Oh, the muncher, which is kind of like a mine there, and it immediately calls them up. They start grabbing at the enemy's ship. So 68 damage, 34 damage, 68, 34. So it's not that much. It's not I just wanted to try it out mostly, more than anything. No, he managed to successfully get away from me here. I think because of it was his turn, and he was immediately in a position to just back off, while I was kind of standing that way, and I couldn't really move into the land without damaging myself. So that kind of worked okay for him. This guy is more or less safe, because he is within the arc of fire over there. The buzzer is turning around, and he's going to start attacking me again, because the buzzer is also armed with, I think this is a Cowser, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a Cowser. Okay, so let's let this roll. The Serpent is doing some damage. I came into range for some reason. I think I did some stupid shit there. So I'm hiding this boat away, because I want to control the buzzer. I don't want the buzzer. Didn't want to attack him with my boats while having a buzzer kind of chase me and shoot me in the back continuously. So I'm splitting my troops. I'm gonna hide him behind the island here, so he cannot hit me with the dreadnought. And while these guys are dealing with the dreadnought, and hopefully I can kill the buzzer from this position. But the buzzer is also hitting me at that point. This guy is taking more damage. I need to be careful to walk around that. Then both of us take damage, because I kind of go into the whirlpool. He took a shit ton of damage there, because as I started chasing after the buzzer, all of his shots landed on me. All the dreadnought shots landed on me. And unfortunately, this guy is just getting all the punishment from the Serpent there. My guy's basically dead, but this one here, who has only 315 points left, is doing quite well, because now he's out of the range of everything, and he's just working away at the dreadnought. This things still look grim for me. The dreadnought basically backed out into the blackness of the off-map area, and has nowhere else to go but to the front. But to the front, there's the Serpent. I would probably still go to the front, because the Serpent isn't doing that much damage, and at the same time he's already doing damage to the dreadnought. And I think that's what Ed's gonna do. Yeah, I think he's moving forward again. The buzzer kind of unfortunately moved around in a weird way. I don't know what happened there. I think he forgot to give it orders at one point, or because it was struck by something and it went out of control. My ship is about to die, and oh, it's not dead. So he has 45 health left, and still attacking the buzzer, which was very fortunate for me. I think I have one more monster munch happening there, maybe. I don't know what is he firing there at. I think that was pretty weird. Everything is on fire. The shields are not very good protection against the beam weapons. They go through more or less. And I think one more monster munch should be there and should be deployed pretty soon. This guy is now also attacking the dreadnought. Dreadnought is down to 1500, a bit less than 1500 points. And yeah, there goes another monster munch. Buzzer is in a pretty bad shape. This guy is dead. I don't know. I think monster munch hit him. He was in the area of effect of that thing. Looks crazy. Buzzer is unfortunately still alive at this point, and this guy is out. He has nothing. That's it. He had 3 monster munchers. He used them all. Dreadnought is down to 10 or 1k, and things look pretty grim. Let's continue here. The good thing is that I armored them, so they deflect a lot of the Cowser ammo shots because of the armoring. Okay. So the damage here is slowly accumulating. For some reason he shot himself or his own boat. He started spinning and damaging me through just a collision. I don't know why Buzzer is doing weird stuff. Now what I'm doing here is I don't have anything left on this guy, so I was trying to just basically collide damage him, because the damage you get is more or less the same for both ships, and now I already have more than the dreadnought, so if they were to rub until the end of the match, I would win that match. And this is kind of what he's doing with this guy, because he has more than that one, and he's the only one with weapons. So I'm trying to push him into the ground and just not let him get away, not let him spin away from me. Hopefully I can fire again with my and oh, and that's really nice, because the buzzer turned around to continue firing at this scout here, but because of the way the dreadnought is positioned now, he's just receiving friendly fire from the buzzer, because you cannot fire through this giant ship without like firing artillery or something, and there's no artillery at that close range. So the dreadnought is now at 150. I'm doing a bit of friendly fire, unfortunately, on my guy. It's just, and again now, for example, but there was enough to destroy the dreadnought. So we're left with the buzzer, and this guy with already 50 health. And this would have been the end of the buzzer, but the other scout unfortunately moved in and just received all the damage. And this is during the execution phase, so you cannot stop firing at your own troops. So he got 52 damage that was meant for the buzzer. And now I'm starting to chase the buzzer down, because I wanted to run aground maybe, and mostly just protect this guy here. He regained some of the health through the repairs, the emergency repairs they do. Buzzer got some damage there, but he got away because of how nimble he is. So I'm gonna turn around now. Try to... this guy is still sinking. Okay, there we go. So we're facing the correct direction. I came out of cloak and starting buzzing the shit out of the buzzer. He almost died when I went down to 44. Also, I'm trying to chase him down with this one. Turn around again, and I think killed? No, bridge damaged. And then I think now he's gonna kill him. I was trying to block his way, and in doing so, I started firing at my own guy again. This would have probably killed the buzzer, but it didn't work out. And then he killed my scout is still alive. It's 25. Still trying to block the way for him, but didn't manage to do it. I missed by a bit, so he sunk my scout. And now it's just the war of collision. And there you see he guessed my move and he got away. So I turn around, keep chasing him down. He repaired himself up to 104 now, 106. I have 541. Again, they're both doing a bit of repairs there. He still has the cannon, but because of the armor, he cannot do much damage to me, and a lot of it gets deflected. So this is the couple of like last seconds of the game where I'm just chasing him down. For some reason, he slowed down. I don't know what happened there. I'm not sure Ed understood what happened there, and he started sinking because from all the collisions, I guess there was a breach in the hull. So in 20 seconds, no matter what, this guy's gonna sink. But at the same time, he only has 100. 100, now 60 remaining from the collisions. 40, 30, 20, 10, and the buzzer is destroyed. So this is what we, I think we compared this to two guys without limbs trying to punch the shit out of each other. That was basically this match. It went completely the way I didn't expect it to go, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this one and the previous one. Like I said, some of the future matches are going to be replays like this, some of them going to be live ones, and I hope to see you then, when that happens, when those matches go live on YouTube. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!